Backstage Festival jatkuu. Nyt ollaan tällä hetkellä matkalla Turkkuseen. Mulla on tässä 3 kivaa kaveria. Siellä näkyy Minttu ja Pete ja moro.
Moi.
Ripako se nyt oli? Joo, kato, onhan nimiä niin kauhean helposti. Elikkä Turkuun Ruisrockiin ollaan menossa. Tänä vuonnahan Ruisrocki juhlii 40-vuotissynttäreitä. Itse asiassa mun äiti on ollut niillä ensimmäisillä. Löytyyköhän sieltä enemmänkin tällaista porukkaa, jotka on ollut ekoilla? Yritetään etsiä ainakin niitä. Ja loistavia haastatteluita on myöskin tulossa. Tänään heti ensimmäinen haastattelu Billy Talent. Kysellään vähän Kanadan pojilta, että mitä kuuluu ja kukkuluuruu sun muuta. Muitakin hyviä haastiksi on tulossa tämän viikonlopun ajalta. Muun muassa mun suuri suosikki Ismo Alanko ja Punastun niin antaa haastattelun heti keikan jälkeen. Elikkä loistava Turku-viikonloppu tulossa. Se on oikeesti totta. Se on joka vuosi hämmästyttävää, nimittäin kun tullaan lautalle, niin siinä tarkistetaan laukut. Ja kun me lähdetään lautalta pois, myös siinä tarkistetaan laukut. Et oikeesti onko muka joku tiputtanut meille lentokoneesta jotain viinaa vai niinku mikä tää juttu on. No mut anyhow, me ollaan täällä perillä nyt. Aloin näyttää hienolta. Nyt meillä alkas kohta Billy Talentin haastattelu. Hello guys, how are you?
Hello. Excellent.
I have a present for you.
Oh.
Because I read somewhere that, before your band was called Billy Talent, it used to be Pez.
Ah, yes.
So, you can choose. Oh, there's my hair.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh and then
Daisy. This
Daisy.
that could be for Ben.
Goofy. That's Aaron's.
Yeah.
I'll take
I guess I'm Pooh Bear.
Yeah. You want Donald?
I'll take Donald.
Okay. This is the 40th anniversary of Ruisrock, actually. So, yeah, that's amazing. Do you remember your first time in a summer festival?
I remember our first time in Ruisrock. It was 3 years ago, and it was awesome. It was a really great show. The Flaming Lips are headlining, and it was amazing. First summer festival, I guess, would be Edgefest in Toronto.
Mine would have been the Great Canadian Party in Barrie, which is just north of Toronto. And the first one that we played, or the first one I attended?
You attended?
Yeah, that would have been the first one I attended. And a band called the Tragically Hip were headlining.
Yeah.
They're a Canadian band, and they're huge in Canada.
Okay. So did you do the camper thing we were talking about?
At that time, it wasn't a 3-day festival or anything like that, but I went camping for the weekend, and then we went to the show, and then went back camping.
Yeah.
And I got so drunk I fell asleep in a ditch beside the highway. Could have been killed. Crazy. I was young.
So people in Canada do that also, because this is the Finnish thing, actually, pass out everywhere and,
Well, if you're 16 and you don't really have any drinking experience and you drink too much, that stuff's bound to happen.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago. I don't pass out in ditches anymore.
Yeah. If you had maybe $60 million to do a video, what would you like to do if you were in charge?
Million?
Yeah, maybe, because I think Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, their video was 100 million.
What? No.
Yeah, that's the most expensive video, the Scream.
Well, when they're in space?
Yeah.
It's funny. I was going to say I would like to do some sort of video where you would be floating around like in a anti-gravity chamber or whatever like that. That would be a lot of fun. And then I forgot about that.
I think it's stupid to spend that much money on a video.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous. It's just a big waste of money, and for what?
You can make an awesome video for next to nothing if you have a good idea,
It's important to make a video that, people instantly when they see it, they identify the video with your band.
Yeah.
And that's something I think it's been a running theme for us. We've always had to have some kind of element of abstractness or creepiness, or whether it's, the latest video we did or a video like Try Honesty, they both had really striking camera stuff and background stuff and unexplained things. So I think it's important for a band to keep with a motif, because when a fan sees the video, they instantly recognize that's that band's style of video. So it's good.
Videos are just an opportunity to do something kind of cool. Like that, as a musician, yeah, you get into music and you make music, and that's what you're good at. And then all of a sudden, somebody says, "Oh, we're gonna make a video," and you're like, "Whoa, that's kind of neat." So you can either be a band that embraces that and tries to make good videos, or you can just do what I guess other people do and make shitty videos.
Turku, Ruisrock-päivä 2. Ja mä päätin tällä kertaa skippaa ton lauttareissun ja tulla kävelymatkaa tätä ihanaa reittiä pitkin. Mä en tiedä miksi tätä kutsutaan, tai joku raatareitti tai whatever, mutta täällä on tämän verran jengiä. Ninos, how are you? Finland again?
Yeah, again.
Your first album, Missing Note, and actually that's your only album right now. I went to the web and looked for like Finnish reviews. Like everybody was praising it, like one of the best albums this year, and you know, so beautiful and so like sad, but still, you know, uplifting. Did you know when you went to the studio to make this album that it's going to be something really great?
I knew that it would be very personal. That's what I knew. And that I wouldn't give up until it sounded similar to what I had in my head, because I think it's very difficult to make it sound like it does in your head. But live it's starting to sound more like I hear it in my head. So it's a difficult question, because I'm very picky when I write, and I try to write as honest as I can. If I don't feel it myself, I don't bother anyone else. So I have to really get touched myself. And the part that you're talking about, that it's sad but still uplifting, it's really it's a good explanation, because that's how I really try to see it in music. Is go as deep as I can and then try to come out of it in the music. So.
There's a lot of like very deep emotions in the lyrics, so is it difficult for you to perform with those songs and tell them to the audience, because you know they're so personal?
Yeah, of course. It's very difficult, but it's difficult. Yeah. I don't know. I'm supposed to say that it's fun as well, but I guess it's becoming more and more fun, but it's very difficult.
I read somewhere that you moved to Sweden when you were 1 year old, so you don't remember much about that place. But have you been there after that?
Not in Baghdad, no. I've been in the northern part of Iraq, where there's a lot of Assyrians, but no, I haven't returned to Baghdad. I don't think it's safe for me to go there right now.
Yeah. But did you take anything from that country to your music? Because I didn't hear that much, you know.
No, it's not. Assyrians doesn't sound like Arabic music. But yeah, of course, there's some old songs from the 50s and 60s that I've been listening to in my dad's car when I was a kid. So of course they've come along with me. But no, I'm more of I just write. I think I don't try to think where it comes from, except real emotions or real feelings.
How do you work in the studio? Because you do everything yourself. So this last album, how long did it, take to do and record?
3 years, but the album was ready, and it was more me that didn't want to release it. I was a little bit too emotional about it, and I wasn't certain that I really wanted to release anything in the beginning. So even because it was too personal in one way, and then I had to melt it and had to like calm down a little bit, and then take a second process to it, and then a third process, and then released it. I already written the next album, and I'm kind of arranging it now, and I've learned a lot in these 3 years. So I won't do the same mistakes, of course, but now I don't have a choice of not releasing. I don't have that choice anymore.
Do you have material for your new album already?
Yeah, I have the second album ready, and third, I'm writing on my third. I will play one of the songs from the next album today. It's actually a little bit uplifting, so we'll see.
Okay, cool. If there were like anybody, available to work with, who would that be?
Wow. Wow. Difficult question.
Just me.
Prince or Bowie, maybe.
Who?
Prince or Bowie, David Bowie. I guess.
Yeah.
I
David
think
Bowie,
David
yeah.
Bowie is he's one of those artists that still is doing very interesting stuff with other people. I think he's, and I love his music.
Yeah,
So.
me too. Do you listen to any kind of like heavy metal music ever? Do you?
I came to know Meshuggah
Oh yeah.
and started to know Thomas Hake, the drummer there. So
Was that too like aggressive for you?
I don't know. Some people say that my music is similar to heavy metal, just that it's pitched down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. No, I have no problem with energy. No problem at all.
Yes. How are you? You
I'm good, yeah.
came here yesterday, so you spent like whole evening in Turku. How was Turku? Did you go out?
It was nice. We had a pretty early and long flight from Norway actually, because we played a Norway Rock the day before yesterday. So we were kind of tired, but at the evening we went to dinner and then we had a few drinks.
And today more drinks maybe after the show.
Definitely, yeah.
You went to Norway festival and there were bands like Killswitch Engage, Immortal and Slash playing. How was that?
We didn't have time to see Immortal, unfortunately. I mean, they're good friends of ours and we tour with them and a great band. So Slash we saw for a millisecond when he blocked off the entire backstage area when he arrived.
That dick.
Real rock star, you know.
Maybe in America he's like a huge rock star, but here in Scandinavia, it's like somebody sees him, yeah, they're Slash, but they don't bother him.
No.
Maybe they don't know that.
They probably don't know that, no.
I listened to your last album, Twilight of the Thunder God. That sounds really manly.
Manly metal for manly men.
Viking, it is just Viking metal. So, is that
Well, I mean, the
video.
theme is Viking, yeah.
Actually, the video that I saw also was very Viking. So.
Yeah, for me it's the historical aspect and also the philosophical with the mythology and everything is very fascinating and intriguing. So I mean, it's a huge interest of mine in that aspect. But it's also because I think it's kind of fun to have like a. I think we all feel that way. It's fun to have something that's different image-wise. Like none of us are really religious or anything, and to do like satanic stuff wouldn't really make sense for us or stuff like that. We don't really care about that shit, you know.
Does anybody do that anymore?
I don't know. But when we started out, there was this huge trend with all the black metal bands coming out and all that stuff, and that wasn't really our thing. So. For us, it kind of made more sense to do this stuff.
It seems like it was such a lot of fun to make that video with, with swords and, you get to fight and...
It was fun. It was fun. At least up until it was time to film our part, because then there was this fucking huge storm coming up and blowing sand into our eyes and everything. It's like being sandblasted. But it was fun. It was fun.
But it looked good, so that's the main thing. Yeah.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
Also in that record there was a little Finnish help there, like Roope Latvala from Children of Bodom and also the Apocalyptica guys.
Yeah.
So how did you, team up with them?
Roope, of course, we know. We've toured with Children of Bodom twice in the United States, and he's a really good friend and a great guy. A fucking amazing guitar player, by the way. And we wanted to have a really shredding and like different kind of solo that we usually have. But nothing bad about Olavi and Johan, but they're not shredders when it comes to guitar playing. So we decided to ask Roope if he were willing to do a solo for us, and he said, sure, I would be honored. So that was great. The Apocalyptica guys we didn't know from before. So we more or less just called them up and say, hey, we're Amon Amarth, we're recording this song and we'd like to have a cello part here. Would you be willing to make it for us? And they said, sure. So yeah, it was great. It was great to have them on the album, and they did a great job. This is actually our last show for the album. So we're gonna finish here at the Ruiz.
Party then.
Yeah. Then we're gonna drink like there's no tomorrow. No, but yeah, it's then we already kind of started working on new stuff. But after this show, we're gonna go back home and start for real. So hopefully we'll be able to record in October.
Have a great show today and party like rock stars.
Will do.
Dead and gone, dead and gone, dead and gone, dead and gone.
Joo. Mutta huomenna jatkuu meiningit Ruissalosta. Meillä on Popeda haastattelussa. Todellakin on.
Tiedättekö minkä takia AC/DC:n kitaristilla Angus Youngilla on sponsorisopimus siihen Lidl-kauppaan, siihen Lidl-kauppaketjuun? No tän takia.
Joo, kiitoksia. Over and out. Mä en oikeesti naulanut tälle läpälle. Mä ilmeisesti
Aatamin omenaa painaa niin paljon, että voit tehdä Lidliä kunnolla. Koska, no niin nyt